Hey guys, SureSharpMG here. I'm going to be doing a video here on vests, plate carriers, chest rigs, or even belt rigs, just like gear that you would wear on the upper portion, like this area. So basically your main setup, because not everyone runs a helmet or nice boots or stuff like that, or drop leg holsters, those kind of things. So this is basically your main gear. And I know there are a lot of people out there that don't know what to buy. So I'm going to show you. I have vests, I have chest rigs, and I have a plate carrier to talk about, just to kind of give you a guide. So this is somewhat of a guide. So first of all, I'm going to start off with like your vest, kind of most generic, kind of newbie thing, which is totally fine to be honest. So this right here is a UCP. What I heard, somebody told me. I'm not totally sure, to be honest. It's a vest. It's an ACU. I've heard it was a UCP. I don't know if that's the camo. It's ACU colored, digital ACU. I mean, look at it. That's digital. But I think it's an ACP. That's what they call the actual vest. I don't know. I was just told that. This is not mine. I'm actually trying to sell it for a friend. So some person commented on my photo when I was trying to sell it and being a smart aleck, like, oh, that's a UCP, not a UCP vest. I think that's what he said. Not a chest rig. And I was like, I made a video on it. I was like, you didn't pay attention to the video, because I told in the video I said this is more of a vest, not a chest rig, because of where it sits on your chest. Apparently he didn't pick that up. The first time I've ever seen this vest was 2 weeks ago when my friend dropped it off at my house for me to sell. So this is not mine. I haven't done any research on it. Whatever. So it's literally your generic stuff. It's like what SWAT people would use, which nowadays this is not really even used by a whole lot of SWAT. It just depends. It totally depends on, you know, your SWAT department or police department, what they prefer. It's different all over the board. But these used to be what they wore a long time ago. I used to see these like the first few times I was out at the Airsoft field, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago when I started Airsoft. It was like two or 3 years before I actually went to a legit field. And when I did, there were a good amount of people wearing these type of things. And it's just 4 years later, you don't see that all that often anymore. Because we have reproductions of JPCs and stuff. So a lot of people get those kind of things. I mean, I'm no expert on gear, not at all. I'm more guns, so I don't even know. There are lots of different brands for reproduction JPCs. There's like 4 of them, I think. And the only one I know is the one that I have off the top of my head, but I've heard them before, I just haven't memorized them. But anyways, so this is kind of your generic stuff with your magazines down here, kind of like a belt, where a belt would be more like, I mean, you know, down here. This rig actually came like this. He got out of the pawn shop. I'm trying to sell it for $40 shipped. I think it is a good price. Not a whole lot of people like ACU, so that's really the main issue. But I mean, it's all fully loaded with magazine pouches. You can, and if you would get a base vest, you can get these vests for like really cheap. But then you have to add pouches, and pouches is where it gets expensive, because you can get cheaper pouches or more expensive. I recommend Condor stuff, because Condor stuff is cheap, but it's fairly good quality. You might just want to cut the tag off, because people are always making jokes about Condor stuff. It's sad, but it happens. So on this rig particularly, there's 3 M4 pouches, which I have MP5 mags in here, so you can fit 2 MP5 mags, 2 M4 mags, probably not 2 AK mags. It may only even fit 1 M4 mag. I think you can squeeze 2 in there, but it will not fit 2 AK mags. So these are pretty tight, and there's only 3 of them. But then over here you have 2 grenade pouches, and then over here you have 1 grenade pouch, and then you have these 2 bigger pouches on the side, which you could put 4 more mags if you want, probably 4 or 5 in there if you want, but those would kind of jiggle around. You could use that as your dump pouch, put water in there, ammo. You could use one as a dump pouch. That's what I would use if this is mine. Or you can add a dump pouch on the back. So these are kind of your generic stuff. These, you could get the base vest for like 15 bucks probably with no pouches. So, and then you have to go and spend money on pouches. But you can get vests loaded with pouches, but not all the time. They're not always set up the way you like it. And also, There's this pouch on the inside here, which would probably be best for BBs. Hey, it says the company in here. I'm trying to read it. Modular, lightweight, load-carrying equipment, fighting load carrier. Never heard that before. The company is... I don't think it says. Maybe it's on there. It's not a blatant. Anyways, so I'm trying to sell this for 40 ships. So if anyone wants it, it'd be a good start off. So, and the pouches are pretty set up pretty evenly. If you want to use a sidearm, you can take off this, put it in the back, and put a pistol holster there or something. So that's that. And then you have your chest rig. So that is the first type of thing. And then you have your chest rig. I'm trying to sell this for a friend too. This is a Condor chest rig. Chest rigs don't have plates in them, and they don't have the ability to put plates in them. So plate carriers is when you put plates in them. This, I don't think you can put plates in. No, I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. This is kind of your basic chest rig too. I mean, this is thin. This is your, like, the smallest thing. It's so basic. I mean, there's nothing in the back. It's hollow in the back. This is just your basic chest rig. That's all there is to it. You can put pouches anywhere you want on this. I'm trying to sell this for 35 ship for a friend. They're 35 new plus shipping, but this has never been used. So that's kind of your basic chest rig. And then you kind of move up. This is kind of very basic too, to be honest. This is just, it's Condor too, so it's your basic chest rig. It's hollow in the back, but it is in a different camo pattern. So you can get these in different camo patterns. This one is multi-cam. This is Condor too, but I'll tell you, this thing works great. So I'm trying to get 40 shipped for this as well. The two pouches that are in the front here are multi-cam as well, so it goes with the chest rig. And these can hold 3 M4 magazines. These are triples. And they can fit 3 AKs as well because of this hollow part up here. So you could put big mags, 3 AUG mags. You could probably fit possibly 6 MP5 mags in each. Like, it is ridiculous. These are nice and big. So there's 2 of those, so this is really all you need. And then right here, there's 2 Coyote Brown pouches, so you can mix up your camos and stuff, just however you like it. These pouches can hold water, really whatever you need, but ammo, water, you can put your empty mags in there, I guess. I would say just ammo, water, and both of these, batteries, equipment, and then put a dump pouch on the back, like right here. There's not a whole lot of space, like right here, or right here, or you could even probably try to strap it to this, because I've done that before. And back, I got a chest rig from my brother. It was a Condor chest rig. I got it for like $25 from him, and they were that new, but he had never used it, so I just bought it. And I used that for 3 years. And then just this year, I got a plate carrier. So then we're going to go over belt rigs. So this is my gear over here. I've used this for about 3 years. This is really dirty. Actually, I need to clean it. This is a Condor belt rig with harness. Okay, so this is a harness system. So it's a belt rig, but it stays up by using a harness. So it's almost like a chest rig, except there's nothing up here on your chest. It's all open. It's just based on the belt. Now, I have a pouch here. This is a dump pouch. I use this to hold my magazines, okay? So that's what it's supposed to be used for. I used to use it to carry my propane tank. Actually, I still use it to carry my propane tank. Yeah, I still use it to carry my propane tank. It just depends. I could put my mags in here, but normally I put them back in here because I have multi-mag here, so I have 4 here, and then I have 1 here as well. So, you know, I could put my mags in here, and I keep my propane tank back here. Normally, I think the last time I went out and played, I tried keeping my propane tank back here and putting my empty mags in here, and I think it worked really well. Because with my Vietnam WeTech mags, I can get 3 magazines off with 1 gas fill without having to fill it back up. So I can leave my propane tank back here and not worry about filling mags up each time. So yeah, this is your basic belt rig. I mean, it's simple. It's lightweight, so if you really want something, go with that. This is a harness if you really want it to stay up on you. It doesn't really matter what size you are. I'm not big, but I'm not small. But this is great, so... I don't know, with small people, the belt might not be able to stay on, so you might want a harness. If you're bigger, I don't know, it may be uncomfortable to have a tight belt, so you'll want a harness. I don't know. I'm a mid-size and I like it. So now, just a belt rig. This is just a belt rig that I use with my vest now. So this is just a cheap belt rig. It doesn't even have any adjustable straps. I actually have to tape and diaper pin it together, otherwise it'll loosen up, and I think it already has loosened up and start to fall, because my butt's not that big, so it doesn't keep it up. But I mean, I have an a utility pouch here. You could do anything you want. I have a pistol holster for my P226 here. I have a dump pouch back here, so you can mix it up. But with a belt rig, you could have everything you need on here. You don't have to have a chest rig. But normally people use belt rigs with plate carriers or chest rigs or stuff like that. Or, I don't even know if you could fit this on with a chest rig. This is more plate carriers. Because with a belt rig, yeah, I don't think you'll be able to fit a chest rig on unless you get it high. Also, a lot of people use these for just indoor stuff, or just using a CQB small gun and just, stuff like that, not using a sidearm and just using pouches and having enough space for, full loadout, full kit, full, 7+ magazines or whatever. I use 7 M4 mags, and I have 8 MP5 mags. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shoot this really quick just for the fun of the video. Run out of gas. Well, there you are. So that's my P226, but that's beside the point. Next thing is really your top tier stuff. It's plate carrier. So this is my GPC. It is not Cry. It is a Emerson. Now, my brother does have a Cry, so I know how they feel the difference. The only thing that I've noticed that this does is these little tiny hairs will come off. And I'm not sure if it's just breaking in or if that's just going to continue to kind of pull apart. But it's really not damaging it. It's just hairs, like clothes will kind of do that kind of thing. It's just all over the place, and it does bother me. So basically, this is kind of your... I don't know really what you want to consider this, your kind of lightweight stuff, more protection. These plate carriers are for protection because you can put a steel plate in here, which I have plastic plates, which I'm considering taking out and putting some rubber ones in there, or foam ones is what they have. I actually just saw an ad on Instagram from Eva. They have some foam ones, and I never knew they had foam ones, actually. I haven't looked anything up on this, though. That would be much more comfortable, because the last time I did play out in the woods, I bent down really quick, and then this lip on this plastic carrier here just bit me in the gut, and it hurt. Something just, I don't know, something like pinched in there, I don't know, but it hurt a lot. But one thing I do like about this plate carrier with these plastic plates is that it keeps your back straight. If you have back problems, that may help. It may make it worse. I don't know. It just depends on what kind of back problems you have. But with me, it can hinder bending down because it keeps your back kind of straight. Now, I like my back being straight because if I am always bending down and my back isn't straight, it's not good. Now, my knee is pretty bad. I injured this knee not too long ago. Well, actually, last February. So this February, it'll be 2 years. So not last February, February before. I think it was February. It was in the winter. I think it was February. Anyways, so I hurt my knee then. So bending down like this is not an easy task, okay? So normally I do bend down like this, but now with these plates in here, I can't do that very good because it keeps my back straight. But I like keeping my back straight. So basically, I just need work with my knee, because normally I'll use a knee brace. So what I'll do is I'll kind of bend this knee like that. Because my knee brace is on this knee, and just the other way around, it hurts a lot, I think. I don't know. I haven't worn my brace in a while. I haven't been out to play Airsoft in a while. I've played in the woods like twice with friends, but I haven't been out to a field, and man, I need to. So that, yeah, the plate carrier, I mean, it's going to carry some plates, plastic, rubber, steel, anything like real life ceramic. I have a triple on the front, and then it has 3 magazine pouches built in. So it's got some Velcro here. And then there's 3 mag pouches there for M4 mags. So I carry 6 and 1 in my gun. So that is perfect for me. Or MP5 wise, I can fit 2 in each. So I can fit them all just in the front, which is nice. So I could carry almost like, I think 12 magazines, MP5 mags on me, if I wanted to. Let me go ahead and get an MP5 mag out of this I put in here. So you can fit 2 in there. So this is, I mean, these plate carriers are more your top tier, like military simulation stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot this DSG MP5. I did notice something when I did play with this out in the woods with my friends with my goggles on. This mask, or my goggles, not the mask, just standard goggles, kind of got in the way of the full stock, because right here, this hump here, so I can kind of see a mark here, it seems like, where my goggles were kind of rubbing, because it kind of pushes my head back a little bit, which may be good. It takes forever to get through a mag, full mag of 100 rounds on semi, and then on full auto it just wastes away. So yeah, I mean, you can do really anything you want. As far as expense, these are the most expensive. So I would obviously wait to hold off unless you can afford something like this. I got mine for 60 bucks, so you can get them for not too expensive. 60 is really not a lot for something like this. But I've heard you can get side plates, but I'm not sure how the side plates would fit exactly in here. So right now, this is a great plate carrier for me. I'll probably keep it for a long time. As far as the plates, I'm probably going to get rubber or make some cardboard ones, because that's what my brother did, cardboard ones with tape and stuff. And you could maybe even use some plastic on the inside to keep it stronger. Because one thing I don't like about this is it sticks out too far. It seemed like it's fat, because this plate is like a ½ inch, maybe almost an inch thick. It is super thick, so it seems like it just pops out. If I could make a plate that's half the size, it would look more like a chest rig, but be that plate carrier shape, which is what I want. But, you know, I'm going to field this for a little bit and just see how it turns out. There you are, empty mag. If you want to see videos on this, go check it out. It's getting 45 rounds a second. That was more like 40. This battery is not fully charged. Not at all. So, that may have been 40. I don't have my chrono, or 45. I don't have my chrono in here, but anyways, this is more of a reliable build. It's not like a 60 rounds a second DSG or anything, but it's like 45. And if you get 45 rounds a second on a DS or an SSG, you're going to have to use like a high-speed motor, high-speed gears. You're going to have to use like a low spring. You're going to have to short stroke, do all this type of stuff to get it to shoot 45 rounds a second on full auto. And I'll tell you, the semi-auto will probably be not very good. So, because you're using such a low spring and all these type of things, the FPS won't be, I mean, this is only 300, but you won't get the trigger response and rate of fire on an SSG. If you know, because my SSG has an amazing trigger response, but only shoots 20 rounds a second because of the high torque. And if you used a 22 TPA high torque, or arm, it got 26 rounds a second, which isn't even that fast. Now with the stock one, it's 20 rounds a second. So you could get it. My max could probably be 35. I probably could get it to 35, but 35 with amazing trigger response, that would be great, but that's more of a Milsim build. So, if you have any questions, comment below. This is all the gear that I have around. I'm trying to sell those 3. If you want them, just let me know. 40 shipped for this, 35 shipped for this, and 40 shipped for this. So, if you have any questions, comment below, guys. See you later.